America has always been a nation of immigrants, legal immigrants who came seeking opportunity, freedom, and a home. Today, too many people suffer under a broken immigration system. Cruel enforcement, arbitrary detention, endless backlogs, families torn apart. My name is Ken. Welcome to Common Sense 2.0, Mandate for America, a plan to fight the Trump MAGA Project 2025 destructive actions. This is Article 6. And we demand that our Congress fix our immigration laws, not to open borders, but to restore law, dignity, and our values. The maggots are hell-bent on violently disrupting our country. The Make America Great Again Trumpers, or maggots as I call them, have turned loose on multiple American cities an angry mob of so-called immigration enforcement thugs. Their excessive use of force tactics is unlike anything we have ever seen before. Here are the facts. United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, or USCIS, backlogs have reached record highs. In the second quarter of fiscal year 2025, USCIS had a pending caseload of 11.3 million immigration applications, the highest in over a decade. Immigration courts are overwhelmed. Currently, approximately 3.6 million cases are pending before immigration courts. Average wait times are very long. Many asylum seekers and other non-citizens wait years for court dates, legal relief, or even to be heard. A large share of those detained have no criminal record. In 2025, over half of immigrants held in ICE detention had no criminal record. Laws already on the books that are supposed to protect due process, family unity, asylum rights, transparency, and humane treatment are being misused, ignored, or undermined by the Trump MAGA Project 2025 agendas. This must be corrected. Our founding documents speak to the heart of the immigrant promise. Thomas Paine wrote in his 1776 pamphlet entitled Common Sense, "Society is produced by our wants, and government by wickedness." The Declaration of Independence states that all men are created equal, endowed with certain unalienable rights: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. To deny fair due process, humane treatment, and legal entry is to undermine those rights. When government becomes overbearing, or when political factions exploit power to punish rivals, it erodes not just liberty, but the social bonds that actually give meaning and stability to a society. But we cannot forget that the Constitution gives Congress the power over naturalization. The 5th and 14th Amendments guarantee due process and equal protection under the law. Enforcement under our immigration system must respect those guarantees. Congress must do its job. Some of the worst abuses under current enforcement include indefinite or arbitrary detention of immigrants who are awaiting hearings, often with minimal information or ability to contest. Backlogs are so large that justice is delayed, sometimes for years. A person trapped in limbo is still human, with rights. Overbroad or inhumane enforcement tactics under Trump MAGA include immediate removals, limited legal representation, and pressure to sign papers without a complete understanding. Under-resourced institutions. Immigration courts, USCIS, and border processing units are underfunded compared to the workload. This results in delays, errors, lack of fairness. Rather than budgeting these under-resourced institutions, the maggots instead fund a new army of violent immigration enforcement soldiers. Each of these failures injures individuals, families, communities, and diminishes the character of our democracy. In Article 6 of Mandate for America, we demand that Congress take these steps. Not radical, but essential. Revise the Immigration and Nationality Act to include clear, humane standards. Ensure fair bond hearings. Avoid family separation. Ensure access to counsel. Provide sufficient funding and staffing for all relevant agencies, USCIS, immigration courts, Border Patrol, and CBP ICE. Enable them to process legal applications, asylum claims, refugee settlement in a timely, lawful, and humane way. Expand legal pathways. Increase visa availability for family, work, refugees, and asylum. Streamline backlogs. Simplify rules where feasible. Ensure oversight and transparency. Enforce constitutional protections. Appoint independent oversight to monitor enforcement tactics. Ensure legal representation. Ensure immigrants know their rights. Safeguard civil liberties. No cruel or unusual punishment. Preserve due process, Fifth Amendment. Equal protection, 14th Amendment. Ensure decisions are made judicially, fairly, and without discriminatory motive. Do we need a constitutional amendment? Probably not for most reforms. Congress already has broad powers under the Constitution over naturalization under Article 1, over laws governing immigration, treaties, and so forth. So long as the laws passed respect constitutional protections, legislation should suffice. But if the current administration undertakes executive actions or judicial rulings that erode core rights or ignore due process, there could be merit in exploring constitutional protections for humane treatment or transparent legal pathways. That is more ambitious and longer term. For now, we need to focus on getting Congress to pass strong statutory reforms and oversight. Here's a sample demand citizens can make of their members of Congress. As your constituent, I demand that you fix immigration laws to stop cruel and illegal enforcement tactics. Provide humane legal pathways for immigration and asylum. Fund the courts, USCIS, and border processing fairly. Do not put all support on the ICE army that intimidates and uses excessive force. Uncover the faces of ICE. Ensure due process for all. Prevent family separations. And guarantee the constitutional rights of immigrants. Uphold America's tradition as a nation of law, dignity, and welcome. If every member of Congress heard that clearly and often, change becomes possible. Thomas Paine said, "Whatever is my right as a man is also the right of another, and it becomes my duty to guarantee as well as to possess." That duty demands we extend rights, fairness, and dignity even to newcomers. The Declaration states that all men are created equal, endowed with certain unalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The Constitution binds us to due process and equal protection. Imperfect laws or misuses cannot override those principles. If you believe in law and dignity over cruelty, if you think that being American means fairness, not fear, then this is your moment. Contact your senators and representatives. Tell them you expect action. Download the PDF draft letter in the description box below. Send it to your representatives at the federal and state level. Support candidates who pledge humane reform. Educate others. Share this video. Talk to neighbors. Vote as if rights depend on it, because they do. America's laws must reflect its values. Congress must fix immigration, not because it's convenient, but because it's essential and it is their job. Thank you for watching. My name is Ken. Welcome to Common Sense 2.0, Mandate for America. Stand up, speak up, and let human dignity lead.